Hey you guys, Carter here with CB Home Solutions, and today we're going to be discussing, can you sell a house with foundation problems? And the answer is yes. It just depends on how you want to go about selling the property. So what I want to jump on into in this blog post, in this video, is the different aspects of foundation problems. Because you could be on the very far left side of the spectrum where it's a leaky basement or it seeps water on occasion during heavy rain or spring thaws, because we live here in Wisconsin and that happens. Or you could be on the far right hand of the spectrum and the basement's caving in on itself and a whole new foundation needs to be poured. So the difference between the two is pretty drastic, obviously, as far as costs go and as far as other items pertain to it. So for a leaky, seepy basement, pretty much what I would recommend doing, if it's an old fieldstone foundation, they're going to seep. You can't really do anything about it. It's just when the properties were built back in the early 1900s. It's very common for old fieldstone foundations to seep water and leak. The most important thing is get the grading away from the property, get the downspouts out and away from the property, just so it's as dry as possible. Now, if it's a little bit further progressing down that line from minor to severe, say the basement has a little bit of a crack. It's a block foundation, it's cracked in one area and the water comes in there. Well, then what I would recommend doing, or it could be a poured foundation as well, what I would recommend doing is looking into, it's called a concrete, I don't know if it's a concrete sealer or some sort of concrete epoxy that seals under pressure. We have done this before on properties that we have remodeled, and it patches up the hole, it seals it, no water ever seeps in ever again, which is amazing, and I would highly recommend it. It was about $200, or you could pay a foundation company to come out and do that, and it would be about $750 to $1,000. So do it yourself, pay a foundation company, whatever you prefer in the sense, but I'm just trying to save you money. So that's a very minor thing as well. But now say it's a block foundation or a poured foundation and it's cracking. You have the step cracks going, you have the vertical cracks, horizontal, and it's starting to bow in. Now, the rule of thumb is if it's greater than 3/4 of an inch, the differential, the bow, or the, I can't remember the terminology, but if it's greater than 3/4 of an inch, you're supposed to excavate next to the wall, push the wall back, and then beam the wall. So the cost with this is very significant. It's $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 easily. Rule of thumb is typically $5,000 to $6,000 per wall. So on a normal size basement, you're talking $24,000 for the entire basement foundation repair, which is incredibly expensive. So that's if your foundation is that bad. Most of the time, it's just one or two or three walls, so you don't have to do every single one. But in some cases, in some neighborhoods in the Fox Valley here, you might have to do every single wall of your foundation. Now, going in a little bit further, say the walls are cracking, they're bowing, and now brick is starting to come in. You can see daylight. In that case, they're going to excavate. They might even have to rebuild part of the wall. So now, not only do you have the excavation bill, you have the new brick and mortar bill coming in, and they're going to need a specialist to come in and rebuild that foundation wall, structural engineer to verify everything. You're talking probably right around the $30,000 mark to repair your foundation, if not a little bit more expensive depending upon how severe the work is. So it can go from a very minor seepage to a very major cracking, whole new foundation needing to be poured, and everything like that. If you totally need to redo the entire foundation, you're talking $40,000. We've had properties before where a foundation company has come out and give us a quote, and that's generally speaking where they're at, is about $40,000 for a brand new foundation under an existing home. So can you sell a house with foundation problems? The answer is yes, but it comes down to how much less are you willing to take for another individual to take on those foundation repairs. We'll buy any house no matter what the foundation is, but it really depends on what you need at the end of the day as far as price points go. We've had tons of experience with bad foundations, so I will make you aware of it. I will tell you the cost associated with it, and we base our offers upon that, I guess, like estimate in my brain, in my head on how much I know it will cost just based upon experience. So if you want to receive a cash offer for your property, you can sell it to a We Buy Houses company like ourselves here at CB Home Solutions, or you can possibly go about putting it on the market with a real estate agent and then doing an escrow for the foundation repair at the time of closing so you don't need to come out of pocket. Chances are most normal home buyers and first-time home buyers will not be able to obtain a loan on a house that has a bad foundation. But We Buy Houses companies, we buy houses for cash, so it's very easy, convenient, and you don't need to worry about a thing. So if you want a free cash offer, click the link down below, fill out the form, or give us a call on our office line, which is 920-215-4201. I look forward to talking to you soon, and have a great day.